What's going on, everyone? Welcome to 24/7 football. And it's been a bit doom and gloom, hasn't it, over the past few months about when football is going to return, whether footballers are going to return to training, football without fans. So it's always nice to see the brighter side. And there are some kits out. Whether will it be able to see the players wear them in real life, we don't know for next season. But there's new kits out, and some of them are good, some of them are horrific. And we're just going to go through the latest kit releases, leaks. And we're going to discuss those, and then throughout the next few weeks we'll go through more kits as they come to us. So for instance, some of the smaller teams in the Premier League, their kits haven't been released yet or even leaked yet, so as they come through we'll further discuss them. So I think there's only one place to start, and that's Manchester United's leaked, but it looks pretty legit, their home kit. And I have to say, I don't know about you, Lucas, but that looks like a bus seat. That looks like one of those old-fashioned railway bus seats. What are your first thoughts on that? It's obviously very anti-Man United already because we've got a Leeds fan and two Man City fans, so we're going to be unbiased. But what are you thinking about that when you see that? That's disgusting.
Absolutely horrific. I mean, and even if you take the badge off it, it's still absolutely horrific. I don't know who designed it, what they were thinking. But I can't imagine too many people will be happy with that. It's a bit of a shocker, isn't it, really?
I mean, Jack, what are you thinking when you see that, mate?
To be honest, my biggest worry is that we're also with Adidas next season. That's my biggest concern looking at that, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, it's a United kit. It needs to be just all red, keep it simple.
I mean, Adidas didn't do too bad, did they, for the first few United kits? And Adidas have got some really nice kits out there, but I just don't know where they're going with it. I don't get what the dash is, what it even means. It looks legit. I mean, it's come through footy headlines, and usually their final leaks are pretty spot on. I don't think there's anything about it I do like.
I think like Jack says, with a home kit, I just think in general, whether it's United or anybody else, I just think home kits, you shouldn't be bold like that and going out and making, I guess, trying to make a statement with a kit. I think home kits should be kept simple, and with away kits or third kits, you've got a bit more room to manoeuvre and maybe do stuff that's a little bit more dramatic, should we say. But I think something like that, a design like that for a home kit, I think it's awful.
It's not great. It isn't. I mean, it does look like a bus seat. So home kits more traditional. Third kits, we've got a few third kits coming up, and these are going to divide opinion as well. So we've got a few more kits coming up from the likes of City, Arsenal, Chelsea's third kit as well, which we're going to be discussing. But if you could rate that 1 out of 10, I'd give it a 2. I'm not going to be too harsh. Well, that is harsh, but I'm not going to give it a 0. But I'll give it a 2.
I think the trouble with United, though, commercially, they're going to sell globally no matter what the kit is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they get away with it because they can get away with it because of that.
Yeah, I mean, what are you scoring that out of 10, Jack?
3.
3? Lucas?
That's being kind.
1.5.
Oh, he's harsh. It's atrocious. It is atrocious. All right, okay. We'll move on to Manchester City's third kit. Now, this has been rumoured for a while, and this looks like the final leak. And I like it. I couldn't put it out there. I like it. And I know I'm biased because I'm a City fan, obviously, but the patterns, it's a bit like Pretty Green, and I'm seeing that as you'd wear that to a festival, and in 40 years' time, people are going to be wanting to buy that on the internet. I like it. Lucas, thoughts? I like it.
When I first saw it, it was probably the exact same reaction I had to the United kit. I said horrific.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of it. When I found out and I saw the leak saying it was going to be like a flowery floral type pattern, I wasn't overly convinced it was going to be very nice. And my first reaction said it was awful. But I think like a lot of kits do, they start to grow on you a little bit. And I think I've warmed to it slightly, but I'm still not convinced by it.
I'm getting it. Hands down. I'm getting it. I like it.
I think, like you say, it will be one of those shirts that in 20 years' time, 10 years' time even, people will be trying to get their hands on, because it is so different. I've never seen a football kit like it. I don't know about you. So yeah, it's one of those kits that it will be in demand. I'm guessing in a few years' time.
I've seen a Liam Gallagher polo like it. I've never seen a football shirt. I'd need to see the full kit to see how it looks like on a player. But obviously, I don't wear full kits because I'm not.
I saw a leak from, I think it was from Pez, and it had navy shorts, and then the socks were the same colour as the shirt, but there were like some navy hoops on the back. So like the back of them were hoops, but the front were plain. So
I like it. Jack, from a non-City point of view, then, what are you thinking about that? I'm hoping that you might actually like it.
I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan. As a third kit,
Yeah.
I think as a third kit, I think you get away with it, and I think people will buy it. I wouldn't buy it myself, but it's the same argument we've just had with the home kits and the third kits. As a third kit, I don't mind it. I think it's okay, and I agree with what you're saying about the sort of pretty green look and people wearing it at festivals. I can definitely see that.
Oh, slap a bucket hat on in front of Liam
hat
Gallagher, and it's amazing. I mean, it's better than that fruit salad shite that we had last season, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's true.
But the kids love that one. The kids did love that one, and again, when that third kit came out last season, I was the same as Lucas. I probably would have said it was horrific. You sort of warmed to it, but I'd never get it. Whereas that one, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get it. So all right, rate that one out of 10. I'm giving that a 10. I'm sorry, I do like it. I'm apologizing.
I'm not quite as enthusiastic as you, George. I'll give it a 5 at the moment, but it's subject to change. Might grow on me.
Subject to change. If we win anything in it, it'll go up.
Maybe we'll have to see, won't we?
We will. When we're lifting the Champions League in that.
Oh, I'll buy it then.
Go on, Jack. What are you saying on that?
I'm giving it a 6, but I'm really happy for you, mate, and I'm glad you like it.
Oh, thank you. Cheers, Jack, mate. I'm glad. All right, let's go Chelsea's third kit. Now, this one we've got the full kit as well. Now, this one's really divided opinion, mainly because one of Chelsea's City rivals is Crystal Palace. That's a Crystal Palace kit. Hands down, that is a Crystal Palace kit. I mean, that's basically like us having a predominantly red, Leeds as well, predominantly red away strip. And I can see why Chelsea fans, I think it's horrific. They've got a new sponsor as well in free. Oh, yeah, I don't like it. What are your thoughts, Jack? I'm not a fan.
This might be a silly opinion, but I just think when you're a blue team and when you're a red team, I just don't think you should have them mixed together. As you know, when you've got rivals such as Palace and Arsenal, if I was a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't want to be associated with red. Likewise, if I was probably an Arsenal fan, I probably wouldn't be associated with blue. Same with Tottenham as well. I don't think they would like a predominantly blue away kit for that reason. But yeah, no, it's the whole fade on it as well is just horrifying.
It's sort of like what you would have wore when you were in the school team. One of those classic like night kits that you got. The fade on it's horrible. Lucas, what are you saying on that?
Well, historically, I've actually quite liked blue and red striped kits, only because I used to go. Well, the first team I used to go and watch my dad manage was Woodley, before they were Stockport Sports. So, and they used to always wear red and blue stripes. So, I usually quite like them, but I've got to say the fade. I think, like Jack said, the fade on it is pretty poor. I think they could have done a much better job with it, but it could be worse. But it's not fantastic.
In terms of Nike's actual kits, because this is the first year that they're saying that they're going away from the templates. So I think they've got over like 200 different designs that teams can choose from, and they're not all going to be generic. But judging by that one, it's not great. What were your actual opinions of Nike kits as a whole, Lucas?
Well, when they did City's kits, I didn't like it overly because you could kind of predict what they were going to be. Because of the template style, they were always very similar to the other clubs that had night kits. So I wasn't the biggest fan in that sense. But I think they can be smart, but they can just be very repetitive. But I think generally they don't usually go too out there with kits, with mad designs on them. But they seem to be doing a little bit more of that now.
Yeah, and we're going to see that throughout, well, the next two kits that are coming up as well. Tottenham Hotspur, we'll start with that. Another night kit. Again, very different to the other night kits that we will see and have seen. I don't like it. I really do not like it.
I don't think I've seen Spurs have a good kit for about 10 years. I don't think they've had a good kit.
No, and I think that's the sponsor as well.
Essentially.
I don't like the spot, but yeah, I don't think I have seen. To be fair, Spurs' third kit this season was nice. The blue one. Did like that one. But in terms of home kits, I don't think, like you say, I don't think I've seen them with a nice home kit. Jack, when you look at that Spurs kit, I mean, it's doing all kinds of things on that top, and I'm not really sure where it's going.
I like the idea of it in the sense that it's quite similar to one of their old kits. When they had Defoe and Robbie Keane. I think the sponsors that looks quite out of place. I think the red doesn't really go with the other colours on it. The pattern I just don't think is needed whatsoever. But I think if you get rid of the pattern and put a Thompson sponsor on there like they used to, I think it's quite a nice kit. But it's just a bit overcomplicated. There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on. It's like the little lightning bolt at the side going up. There is a lot going on. I mean, that'll probably be another one for Spurs fans that they'll warm to it. I think Jack just likes it because it's white and it's a little bit like a Leeds kit. I think that's the main reason. So it's okay. I'll probably give it a 5. I'm not going to go 6. I'll go 5. Jack, where are you going with that one?
I'm going 6 with that one. Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
Solid. Lucas.
4.
Yeah. I'm more inclined to agree with Lucas. I don't really like it. Next up, North London rivals, Arsenal. I like it. I know I've said the exact same thing about Tottenham's, that it's got a lot going on in terms of the pattern, but Adidas' kits for Arsenal last season were great. Probably the nicest in the Premier League, except for Crystal Palace's away kit, which I know Lucas is a fan on. That was mega. Pristine. That was pristine. But this Arsenal kit, again with the retro pattern, it's simple, but it's doing a bit as well. I like it. Lucas, what are you saying on that one?
Big fan of it. Really big fan of it. I think, I don't know whether I sound like I'm contradicting myself a little bit in liking this kit, because I said, not to go too out there with a home kit, and they have got a bit of a pattern on this kit, but the traditional, colours of it, with the white sleeve, nice white round collar as well. It's very traditional Arsenal outside of the pattern. So I think it's really smart.
It's doing something, but sticking with tradition as well. We sound like a fashion channel, but this is, you know what? I do like a good kit. Jack, what are your thoughts on Arsenal's? We have to say potential, but it's probably going to be their new kit.
I think they get away with the pattern with how simple the rest of it is. To be honest, it's very, very classic Arsenal, and I think I like that. I'd still like to see the Adidas stripes on it. To be honest, just because I've always liked that with the Adidas kits. But out of the bunch, I think this is by far the best. And there's obviously a bit of a trend with patterns this year, going back to the 90s, isn't there?
There is. If that had sorry, I have to call it Adidas. I can't call it Adidas. I do apologise. If it had the Adidas stripes on the sleeves, would that be a 10 out of 10 kit for you?
I'd be close to going there, 10 out of 10, yeah. And then to be honest, right now, I probably would give it a 9.
It is nice.
I really like it.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. I'd give it a solid 8 as well.
It's hard as well, because I think they had such great kits last season as well, so there's a lot to live up to with Arsenal's kits this year.
But so say Adidas are also doing the United kit, how do they get one kit so right and one kit so wrong? I don't understand.
They know who their favourite club is, and it's not United. So.
I mean, in terms of the Adidas deal, like Jack said, they could put anything on United's and it'd probably still sell everywhere. Whereas maybe that's not the case with Arsenal, but they've still got a massive global following, and maybe that's why. Or maybe they just genuinely thought that United kit looked good when they when they designed it. I don't know how. Lucas, what are you giving the Arsenal kit?
8.5, probably bang in the middle of you two. Really smart, to be fair. Out of the kits I've seen leaked, I think it's one of the smartest by far.
It is. To be honest, I think out of the kits that we've got, I'd probably say that Arsenal one is the best. But we're going to end on this, I'm going to say, nice little Liverpool kit. They've made a statement by putting the World Champions badge in the middle of it. But their first season it will be with Nike after signing. It's a pretty big deal. You have to impress on your first season with a club in terms of getting it right. And to me, I think it's quite nice. I don't get it. I don't get what the green's about. Maybe there's some, I don't know if there's a historical thing there or whatever, but I like it. What are you saying, Jack?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think very simple. They've had some horrifying kits in the last 10 years, I think, Liverpool's, especially their away kits. I can't remember who their manufacturer was before New Balance. Can't remember who it was now.
Warrior. Because New Balance bought Warrior, didn't they?
Yeah, that was it. But some of the away kits and stuff they've had over the last 10 years has been absolutely appalling. But yeah, no, going with Nike, I think that's a good start for them. Very simple, very clean.
Lucas, what are you saying about that Liverpool kit? Clean?
Yeah, really smart. Really, really smart. I think like Jack touched on, some of the kits they have had over the last however many years have been pretty horrific. So it's actually, it'll be refreshing for Liverpool fans to see, I think, a half decent home kit for once, half decent kit in general.
Exactly. So I'm going to give it a 7. Maybe no, it's not as nice as the Arsenal one. I'd be hypocritical if I said that. I'm going to say 7. Jack?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm between 7 and 8, so probably 7.5. Yeah.
It's nice and clean. It is nice and clean. Yeah. Lucas?
I was thinking 8, but it's Liverpool, so I'll give it a 7.
I know they've got the colour of the badges wrong as well. It's probably going to be a gold one, isn't it? So, which is a shame. So that's all of the kits that we've got this week. Hopefully within the next few weeks we'll have a few more kits. I know we've got 2 more Manchester City leaks. I know we've got a few more Man United ones. Horrific zebra kit that we will be talking about on the next one, which is discussing. There's been a potential leak from Newcastle as well that their away kit's going to be yellow. Is that the return of the yellow Newcastle kit that I actually quite like? So I don't know if you remember the stripes. We've spoken about it before. So let us know what you think of the kits in the comments below. Thank you to Jack and Lucas for coming on again. And keep an eye out for more kit videos and any other videos that we've got going on. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll see you next time.